welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Caitlin. If this is your first time here, I focus on lifestyle, beauty, travel, and plus size styling videos. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, then go ahead and click the subscribe button. Okay, y'all, happy New Year. It is 2025. We are a couple of days into the new year, and you know we have our New Year's goals, our New Year's resolutions, or things that we want to do better at. And in today's video, that's exactly what I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you my January goals for 2025. If you have not made the decision to start planning your goals, now is the perfect time. We are still in the beginning of January. So go ahead, get your pen, your paper, get those thoughts out of your brain and put them on paper. Things that you want to accomplish, things that you want to do for the month of January. If this is your first time tuning into one of my monthly goals, especially last year, I only did a couple of them, but this year I wanted to start the new year off right, and I wanted to make sure that I tackle each month with some goals. These goals are going to be professional goals because you guys know I am still working a 9-to-5, as well as personal goals, as well as content goals. Okay, so of course I always write everything down. I have my notebook here. I have my thoughts, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the video. So first up, let's talk about my personal goal. You guys, I made a plan the beginning of the month or late last month to kind of work on my relationship with God. Now, if you are like me, every day is a new day. Every day you are trying to strive to be better, be a better you, be a better mother, wife, person, right? And so this goal that I have is to be more active, pray more, worship God more, be more thankful, okay? So I have decided that I am going to start a few challenges, right? And I'll share that a little bit later, but let me just go ahead and tell you what my personal goals are. So, daily devotion. I am back on the grind with my daily devotion, and also I am back reading the Bible from beginning to end. Now, I'll be honest with you, I am struggling. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm struggling now, but we're gonna pray about it. I'm not going to speak that into existence. I'm not going to say that I am going to struggle later on. So I'm not going to say that. But I do know that I will start, in the beginning, and then somewhere by the fourth, book of the Bible, I am kind of like done. But this time around, I do think that with the mindset that I have, take one day at a time, read a chapter a day, do my devotional, and 30 minutes or so throughout my day talking to God. So that's one personal goal. My next personal goal, y'all, we are back on our budget. I am so happy to be back budgeting, y'all. Late last year, I don't know, like the second half of 2024, I just was ranking out the money and spending money. And so now we are back on budget, and I do have a couple of videos coming out on how to start a budget, what is a budget, how you can budget and save money, things that I am doing in my budget for the year for me and my husband and my family. I'm going to share all of that, I promise you, in an upcoming video. It's coming. So for the month of January, what we have decided to do, we're going to sit down, me and my husband, we're going to put down all of our bills. We're going to go through all of our apps and, those monthly subscriptions that we are paying for, that either we didn't know that we were paying for them, or we don't really necessarily need them. So we're going to go through all of those. We're going to end some of those subscriptions that we do not need. And we're going to really tackle our goals for our budget, our spending habits. We are going to go back to giving each other, allowances. And if you guys have no idea why a grown woman and a grown man needs an allowance, trust me, those $5, they add up. So we're back to doing that. We're going to start that actually on Monday. So I can't wait to share. I probably won't share deep down exactly like how we do it and how much we get paid and all of that, but I am going to share like what our process is, and then I am going to share like how we end for the month. So next month will be a reflection as well as a goal for February and a reflection of January. Okay, now we are back with working out 4 to 5 times a week. Come on, y'all. Come on, activity. Let's get some activeness in our lives. Weekly meal prep. We are back on the gravy train of meal prepping. So I am eliminating those carbs that I do not need and incorporating, carbs, more vegetables, right? So I'll have carbs probably like for breakfast and lunch, and then after 4 o'clock, then I'm going to do a intermittent fasting where I fast from 5 to the next morning, which I do that anyway, just saying. So we'll see how that goes. If I start looking like a little skeleton, y'all let me know, okay? And another personal goal is not to eat out more than once a week. So there are times when I feel like I need to just pick up something and not worry about cooking and anything like that. I know that is going to happen. I know I'm not going to feel like cooking. And when I do that, I'm going to make sure that I only do that 1 time a week. And that includes my husband as well, because we both tend to eat out. I'm not going to say a lot, but we do eat out. And we shouldn't, but we do. And so I'm just going to limit that to like 1 time, out of the week. On to our financial goals. Y'all, I kind of touched on it earlier as far as, no spending, making sure that I save my money, but here's a breakdown of what I plan on doing. So the goal for the month of January is to save at least $500. So that means that throughout the whole month of January, we should have a overage of $500. That goal for the $500 is to pay off one of our debts, okay? And let me say this, because I do the envelope challenge or the envelope method, and I'll share more about the envelope method in my upcoming video about budgeting. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and click the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss that video, okay? All right. But what I plan on doing for the envelope method is basically we cash out all of our money. We leave the money in there for the bills only, and then cash out the rest, and we put a certain amount of dollars into each set of envelope. And so we also have what is called like a budget for food. I am going to increase the budget for our spending on food each week, and it's going to be $300. And I know you're probably thinking, $300 a week? Yes, $300 a week. So that's $1,200 a month that we will be spending on groceries. But here's the thing. And so I said, well, I'm going to budget for $300. And on those weeks where I don't spend the $300, I'm still going to have the overage for groceries. So 1 week I may spend $300, and then 1 week I may spend $250. That extra $50 that I have will go toward the next week. So I'll have a little bit more to work with just in case we want to eat out. Okay, we can take, $25 from the grocery budget. So the goal is to have $500 overage or saved up, which I know that is possible. Also, the goal is to have $800. The goal is to have $800 total. And we're going to have 4 categories, like I just said. We have a tab for vacation, a tab for car repairs, a tab for home decor, home improvements, whatever the case may be. And then we have a tab for savings. So at the end of the month, the total for those tabs should be $800. So $50 a week. However it works, it's got to be $800. Okay, so that kind of sums up my personal goals. Let's move into my professional goals. Now, you may have heard on my channel that I talk about this exam that I need to take. And y'all, we are still on the train of trying to study for this exam. This is the year that I'm going to take the part 1 of this exam, pass it, and take part 2 and pass it. We got to get it done this year. This is the year that we do some things. So also in my professional goals, goal of meeting 3 senior leaders in my company. And so basically what I'm going to do is just meet with, people that I don't necessarily talk to on a daily basis, or on a monthly basis, or we have no connection, to learn more about their department, things that I can learn just in case if I'm interested in going to that department, and just really building my name within my company. So that is something that I'm working on. If you guys want to hear more about corporate and how to move up in the company, drop a comment below. Let me know. I do have some tips for that, and I do have some stories to share about my journey as far as moving up, networking, and all of that. I am going to start back logging off for lunch each day. I never take a lunch. I do eat sometimes, but I never take a lunch. This time around, I am going to commit to taking a lunch each and every day, whether I am removing myself from my desk, whether I'm getting up going for a walk. I am committed to doing so, because a lot of times I would just sit at my desk and I would just work, and that's not helping or healthy for anybody. On Fridays, I'm back to taking it easy. My mental state is so important, and I believe that on Fridays you're really not totally there at work anyway. So my goal is to take Monday and Thursday, work as much as I can, and then on Fridays take it easy. Also, I am going to enroll in one LinkedIn course for the month. That course can be something as far as, working on Excel. It can be public speaking. It can be how to, handle conflict, all of that, because sometimes what I have noticed is that I don't know how to handle conflict at work. So I really don't have problems with my coworkers because, well, he's really not a problem. He just likes to talk. But I need to probably learn how to communicate with him a little bit better as far as his loudness, because he's very loud. And so I think, enrolling in a course to learn and gain knowledge on how to speak to him, communicate with him, and let him know that, hey buddy, lower your voice. Okay, so let's move on to our content goals, business goals. Y'all, last year my content, I'm not gonna say it suffered, but I really do think that I did not put my best foot forward. So we are going to start the new year off right. We are going to start the new year off in a way where we are not worrying about metrics. We are not worrying about who's looking at our content and all of that. And with that being said, that brings me back to my personal goal in having a relationship with God, a close relationship. So I am seeking some answers from God on how he wants my content to be. And with that means that I need to be praying more, I need to be talking to him more, and I need to get rid of the riffraff that's going on in my life, i.e. watching too much reality TV. So for the month of January, we are cutting out social media. Hold on, before anybody say anything. We are cutting out social media as well as TV time. So instead of spending all of my time scrolling Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, I am going to stop watching TV from 7 to 7, 12 hours. And I am going to stop watching or listening and scrolling the internet from 7 p.m. to 7 in the morning. So the reason why I am doing that is because I noticed that I can spend 3 hours watching TV, watching, back to back of Love and Hip Hop and all the drama. And then yet when it's time for me to study or when it's time for me to pray, I can't do that because my mind is tired at this point because I just spent 3 hours watching TV, right? We will still have time to watch TV and scroll, of course, the internet, but we're going to limit our time. So from Monday through Friday, we're going to limit our time on social media and TV time. And then on the weekends, be a little relaxed. Now, when it comes down to my content, including, taking a break from social media, I am challenging myself to post 3 times, hear me out, 3 times on YouTube a week. So that's giving you guys 3 videos a week. My goal is to post on TikTok probably 4 to 5 times a week. I do have a series that I am going to start on tomorrow, so make sure you check out my shorts because I will add it over there. And then on Instagram, I am going to do a challenge with my friend Megan, and we are posting every day for the month of January. And I will tell you this, I have already failed. I didn't post the first. Did I post the second? I may have posted second, and I posted third. So I'm not so bad off, but yeah, I got to get that together. And then I am back on my email list. Podcast is complete for the whole month of January. Yes, the podcasts have been recorded. I will link down below my podcast so you guys can tune in, because we are ending season 1 on content. So go ahead. If you're not follow me on there, go ahead and do so. Getting back to my email list, of course, so I'm focusing on my email list, 4 emails per month, just kind of sharing, what's been going on, giving any tips, giving any things that I think people need to, look into, purchase. This video is going to go out as well. I'm going to try to go ahead and edit this video and get that out to my email list so that I can have 4 emails list going out for the month of January. If you do not have an email list and you are a content creator, blogger, whatever, it is so important to do so. I'll tell you my story another day of how Instagram basically shut down my content or my page for about a good 5 days. And I was booming back then. I was so pissed. Okay, y'all. So if you have made it to the end of this video and you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.